guys that are stepping it up. Joe Mauer, you can see over the last 4 games the Twins have won all 4 because there's a couple guys in the lineup, Mauer and Kadire, swinging a bat, but they're not the only ones. There's a lot of guys in the lineup that are producing right now.
So much talk about those 7 games left with the Tigers. Well, everybody's happy that 7-game stretch is finally here.
I'd like to be closer, but you know, we talked about getting in a pennant race here, and we're in one, and we got the team that's ahead of us right in town. So I think this is what September's all about, and now we'll go out and see on the field. Instead of watching scoreboards, we can watch them right on the field.
There's a lot of clubs in baseball would like to be where the Minnesota Twins are right now, and that's fighting for a division championship.
Tigers moved into first place way back in May. The Twins have been chasing them ever since, and tonight the chase continues.
Save big money at Menards. By your local Northland Ford dealers. Visit your local Northland Ford dealer or visit northlandford.com and drive one. And by Home Furniture. There's no place like home.
The Minnesota Twins wind down this homestand with a crucial 3-game series as the AL Central leading Detroit Tigers visit the Metrodome for the last time in regular season history. Welcome to Twins Baseball on Fox Sports North. I'm Robbie Smikowski, and we're almost down to our final handful of games here at the Metrodome in the history of the regular season in this building. With that, we count down the 100 top Metrodome memories. Tonight, we show you memory number 17.
A 20-game winner in 1991, Scott Erickson made Metrodome history 3 years later. On April 27, 1994, against Milwaukee, Erickson pitched the first no-hitter under the big top.
Fly ball left field. Alex Cole coming in. Mears going out. Cole has it. Erickson has his no-hitter.
Scott Erickson's no-hitter in a 6-0 win over Milwaukee is number 17 on the countdown of the Minnesota Twins' top 100 Metrodome moments.
Tonight it's rookie versus rookie as we have just 6 games remaining in the history of the Metrodome in regular season play. Rick Porcello goes for the Tigers. Who'll face that man right there? That's Brian Dunsing for the Minnesota Twins. First pitch is coming up next with Dick and Bert on Fox Sports North.
All season long, the Twins have been in the Tigers' rearview mirror. But as the Central race hits the final turn, the Tigers are sputtering to the finish, while Minnesota appears to be getting in gear as they look to pass Detroit for first. 7 games remain between the division rivals. Will the Twins continue their dome dominance over Detroit? Find out next. And this on-again, off-again pennant race is very definitely on again. And how much can the Minnesota Twins rely on Brian Dunsing, who will start clearly the biggest game of his life tonight, with the Twins hoping to, at the very least, win this 3-game series. And, of course, ideally, they hope to sweep the series. The Menards batting order for the Tigers: Ryan Rayburn in left, their leadoff man. Placido Polanco hitting second. Maglio Ordonez third. Miguel Cabrera, the biggest bat in the Tiger lineup. Then Marcus Thames, Brandon Inge, Curtis Granderson, Gerald Laird, and Adam Everett.
Let's take a look at the scouting report on Brian Dunsing, making his 21st appearance, his 7th Major League start. He's made 2 relief appearances against the Detroit Tigers. This is his first start against the Tigers. He's been outstanding as a starter. 6 starts, 3-0 with an ERA at an even 2. One thing he's been able to do is add and subtract. Mixing that changeup, mixing a good fastball inside both sides of the plate, move that ball around the strike zone.
Ryan Rayburn, the leadoff hitter. He's had better success against lefties than the regular leadoff hitter for the Tigers, Curtis Granderson. So it'll be Rayburn, Polanco, and Ordonez.
Yeah, normally it's Granderson, but he's hitting only 177 against lefties. So Rayburn, who's hitting 271, getting the leadoff spot for Jim Leyland and the Tigers.
1 strike to the Tiger leadoff man. 1-1. Tigers come into this series having lost 7 of 10. They thought the Twins were so far back in that rearview mirror that the Twins were all but eliminated, but now they've struggled. The Twins have won 4 in a row, and the race is back on. Rayburn lifts it foul and out of play.
And if you're in this situation like Brian Dunsing, only 26 years old, I said just making a 7th Major League start, the inside of your body is all cramped up. But one thing we have seen from Brian Dunsing over his first 6 starts, he's not an emotional guy out there. He kind of keeps himself under very good level keel.
Breaking ball, and Rayburn with a nice take. A check swing, 2-2.
Dunsing coming off a great start in his last start against the Oakland A's here at the Metrodome. Twins ended up winning that ball game 8-0. 7 shutout innings for Dunsing.
Another one pop foul and out of play. He's faced the Tigers twice, both times as a relief pitcher. This is his first start against Detroit.
Yeah, both relief appearances, one in July, one in August. Combined both those relief appearances, 8 1/3 innings, and he allowed only 1 run, earned run.
Twins would take that tonight, wouldn't they?
Yes, they would.
2-2 to Rayburn, and a tapper foul.
I mentioned that last start for Brian Dunsing here last Sunday against the Oakland A's. He won his 3rd ball game. And an excellent control. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts for Dunsing. Through 109 pitches, 73 for strikes.
And another 2-2 coming to Ryan Rayburn. Popped up behind first. Punto into foul ground, tracks it, makes the catch, 1 away. Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Young, Span, and Kubel have been the regular outfielders, with Kadire moving to the infield. Look at that infield and compare it to what the infield was at the start of the season. Tolbert was not the starting 3rd baseman. Cabrera was not the starting shortstop. Punto was not the starting 2nd baseman, and Kadire was not the starting 1st baseman.
Still very good defense behind any pitcher out on that mound for the Twins. Only 66 errors, the fewest in the American League made by a ball club.
Here is Polanco, and a pitch up high.
This is one of the guys that always seems to come back and do big things against the Twins. He's been swinging a good bat, hitting .314, and there's a double down. Ooh, I thought that was a double, but a foul down that left field line. Hitting .314 over his last 45 ball games.
Some of the Tiger veterans are doing quite well in September. Maglio Ordonez is hitting the ball very well. Polanco has had a much better second half than first half. Cabrera steady as a rock. 1-1. And a foul back. It seems as if one of Dunsing's strengths is his ability to keep hitters guessing. And there's been no pattern of predictability as to what pitch he's going to throw.
That's what I mentioned in my scouting report. Having an opportunity to add and subtract with the fastball, both sides, and then the changeup.
Snap.
That's a good pitch inside.
Snap bat and a roller to short. Cabrera to first, 2 down. And the Tigers have struggled over their last 10 games, and the Twins, with the 4-game winning streak, have a winning record.
Well, it all comes down to pitching right there. Look at the difference in the two clubs right there. The Tigers pitching staff has struggled as of late, some injuries, where the Twins pitching just getting better and better.
2 gone, and here is Ordonez. And Dunston drops a curve over the outside corner.
Take a look at this pitch right here to Polanco. Polanco, good guy to go in and out type of swing. He'll hit a lot of balls to right field. Ball getting in on him very nicely right there.
Ordonez's average on the climb. He's hit very well in September, but the run production way down. 422 average, but look at that. In the middle of September, just 1 run batted in. And only 40 on the season.
Now you're talking about a guy that usually drives in between 80 and 120 runs a year. So he's had a disappointing year for the Tigers. Even though that average is starting to climb up, they expect more power out of this guy and more RBI production.
Look at his numbers a year ago, and the home run number was down significantly from some other years for Ordonez. 2-2. 1 hopper to Cabrera. And a 1-2-3 first inning for the rookie Brian Dunston. In the series opener, Denard Span has done quite well against the Tigers in his career and this year. Orlando Cabrera hitting second, and Joe Mauer, Jason Kubel, Michael Kadire, Delman Young, Jose Morales, Matt Tolbert, and Nick Punto.
And a scouting report on young 20-year-old Rick Porcello making his 28th Major League start. This, of course, being his rookie season. And he leads all rookies in the American League with 13 wins. And one thing the Twins have been, the Tigers have monitors his innings as far as innings pitched. Right now, 147 2/3 innings. So he's averaged just about 5 1/3 innings per start.
Bernard Span takes a fastball up high.
Porcello making his 3rd career start against the Twins. 1 in Detroit, pitched outstanding, 7 shutout innings, and then the Twins beat him around a little bit here back in July.
And another fastball, this time over for a strike, 1-1.
A fastball pitcher relies on a good 4-seam and then the sinking fastball. That's his out pitch along with a hard breaking ball.
2-1. Span did well against the Tigers last year. He's done well against them this year. And a chopper to third. Inge has it. 1 away. Northland Ford defense for the Detroit Tigers. Ryan Rayburn in left, Curtis Granderson in center, Ordonez in right. Inge, Everett, Polanco, and Cabrera around the infield, and best in the league at throwing out runners, base stealers, Gerald Laird doing the catching.
Yeah, one thing, putting Adam Everett at short, and then you got Polanco at second. Very good up the middle right there combination. Polanco has only made 2 errors at second base.
Here's Orlando Cabrera. Fly ball to left field, hit pretty well. Rayburn going back, and at the wall he makes the catch. Cabrera just missed, giving the Twins the first lead. See, the Twins have done very well against Detroit here. Their only win this year came in 16 innings. Outscored them almost 2 for 1. And the Twins hope that'll continue here in these 3 games. 2 gone quickly, and now Mauer to the plate. And a fastball down and in, ball 1. Mauer on a tear. He had a great August, great May, of course, and he's carried it over now into September. Seems like every game he gets 2 or 3 hits. 2-0. And strike 2 and 1. Porcello making the jump from A ball to the major leagues this year. 3-1 with Kubel on deck.
Opponents hitting 265 off of Porcello. He's allowed 21 home runs. Left-handers hitting 280. They've hit 12 home runs. Right-handers hitting just 245.
And a walk to Mauer, so no hit in his first plate appearance, but the hits have come in a bunch. Let's take a look at the batting title. Mauer starting the day 21 points ahead of Ichiro, who got the game-winning hit against the White Sox last night. And third in the league is Miguel Cabrera of the Tigers. Here's Jason Kubel. One of the reasons Kubel gets the start and cleanup here tonight instead of Kadire, who had been hitting there in the Cleveland series significantly, as Kubel is 5 for 5 against Rick Porcello. No runs batted in, though, against the Detroit right-hander. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Kubel hitting over 400 against the Tigers this year. patient. Now Kubel with a 2-1 count. To center. Granderson comes in to catch the line drive and end the inning. A couple of well-hit balls in the first with no score after one.
Scoreless after an inning of play. Denard Span batting leadoff for the Minnesota Twins tonight. Has had great success against the Tigers this season, batting almost 500. I asked him earlier today, why do you hit so well against the Tigers?
I have no idea why I've hit so well against those guys. I think every player has a team that they just seem to play well against, and I guess Detroit's my team.
He guesses Detroit as his team, Dick and Bert. When you look at his career average against the Detroit Tigers, he's batting a whopping .430, and that's including hitting .472 this year coming into tonight. I'd say he's had just a fair degree of success against the Detroit Tigers.
Yes, he has. Thank you very much, Robbie. This is a guy, as I mentioned in the pregame, Dick. You want to face this guy, Miguel Cabrera, with nobody on base.
Dunsing misses inside, 1-1.
Having another outstanding year in his second season with the Tigers.
Foul back. In the season series so far, the Tigers have been credited with 60 runs batted in. Cabrera has driven in 13 of them. 5 home runs. And right now Dunsing is ahead of him 1-2. 2-2.
He's trying to overthrow that fastball right there. I watched Joe Mauer sit inside, and the ball ended up outer half of the plate. See if they go back in again. A lot of times as a pitcher, when you do that, you want to come right back with that pitch and get it in there this time.
High fly to left, and if Delman Young sees it, he'll catch it. 1 away.
Cabrera, the shortstop, had no idea where that ball was, but it was Delman Young that tracked that ball down.
Cabrera hasn't lost much of anything here, but I think you're right. For the first time this year, they seem to have trouble with the roof.
Well, watch this ball go up right here. Cabrera going toward the left field line. He has no idea where it is, and it's Delman Young that made the catch.
1 down. Here's Marcus Thames. Grounded to third. Tolbert playing a deep third, and a rocket for an arm. 2 down. You look at the Twins alignment. Of course, they've had to change catchers here through this 4-game winning streak, but everything else has remained essentially the same. And it's odd that it seems like for the first time this year, the Twins lineup defensively has a little stability to it. We know who the outfielders are going to be, and the Twins aren't going to mess with the infield the way that they're playing right now.
Gardy's just staying with a hot hand. Tolbert's come up. He's swinging a bat good, making some nice defensive plays. Nick Punto swinging a good bat. Jose Morales been swinging a good bat. He's a designated hitter tonight. So you just stay with the hot hand going into the last couple of weeks of the season.
Brandon Inge with 2 gone in the second. High fly left center field. Young, Span calling for it. 2 shutout innings on just 24 pitches so far for the Twins lefty. Haunt at Valley Scare is open weekends in October. And we've talked about this before. You a roller coaster guy?
I'm a roller coaster guy, yes. Not anything that goes around. Like a teacup at Disneyland, forget it.
Michael Kadire leading off the second. He'll be followed by Delman Young and Jose Morales facing Rick Porcello, who gave up a walk to Mauer, and that was it in the first. Swing and a miss, and they're coming right at Kadire. Quickly it's 0-2.
Hey, Ron Coomer, Porcello seems to have a very quick delivery. Do you try to do anything different as a hitter?
Well, I think you just got to get set from right there, and then all of a sudden he jumps out at you. To me, the big key for the Twins hitters, he's got a great 2-seam fastball. Sometimes it just rides in, like to the righty, and other times he gets on top and it goes down. That was the rider, the one that just kind of rides across the zone, Bert and Dick. To me, it's going to be key. He didn't look like he had real good feel with his breaking pitch in his warm-ups, but as we know, that doesn't mean anything once the game starts. To me, he's a fastball changeup guy from watching him from behind him. Twins hitters, if the righties can get the ball in and get it up, they got a chance at driving some balls tonight.
Yeah, one thing Rick Knapp, the pitching coach, has really worked on. There's a pop-up right here. Miguel Cabrera calls everybody else off, and he'll make the first out catch. Rick Knapp has really worked on that 4-seam fastball. He has 22 double plays turned behind him this year, but they're trying to mix in that 4-seam fastball along with a good sinker, and then the circle change like we talked about, Ron Coomer, and then occasionally the curveball or the breaking ball. Very quick, tight rotation on that breaking ball.
1 gone in the second. Ron Coomer, of course, is a player, was known as a gap-to-gap hitter. Played golf with him this morning, and that gap-to-gap approach works well on the golf course as well.
We had a great morning this morning out at Somerset. The guys took care of us, and we had a fun time. And I wish I hit the baseball as far as I hit the golf ball. It just didn't work out that way.
1-1 to Delman Young, and down and away a ball. 2-1.
Well, Porcello has averaged about 2.7 walks per 9 and less than 5 strikeouts per 9. So pretty good control. And there's an off-speed pitch right there in a fastball situation. And Delman a little out front.
Justin Verlander, who will start tomorrow, is the Detroit ace, but Porcello in some respects has kind of been their stopper. In his last start, pitched a great ball game and stopped a 5-game losing streak. A little roller to the right side. Nice pickup by Cabrera, and he throws high and behind Porcello. Young will reach with a base hit. So Cabrera with a nice pickup, and a good throw would have gotten Young, but it was not a good throw.
Well, great job right here by Cabrera, going to his right and then right there smothering the ball. But when he went up, he just tried to lob it over to Porcello. Porcello right there, and Porcello trying to run toward the bag and leap at the same time. And Gerald Laird, the catcher, there backing up. So the first hit of the ball game, an infield base hit off the bat of Delman Young.
And as the Twins try to chase down the Tigers, an intriguing player in this pennant chase is Jose Morales, who every time he's been given a trial with the Twins, he has hit with them. And so now he gets to start as the designated hitter. 1 strike. Made the start on Wednesday, got a couple of big hits, drove in a run with a big sacrifice fly.
Hitting .361 overall, .343 as a left-handed hitter, where most of his at-bats have come from, and hitting .438 as a right-handed hitter.
Saul gave up a 2-out walk in the first, now an infield hit with 1 out in the second. To the left field corner, Rayburn drifts toward the corner to make the catch, and Young has to scamper back to the bag. 2 away. You can visit twinsbaseball.com tonight to secure your all Metrodome medallion collection. Only 5,000 are being sold. And the medallions feature the 18 members of the Wendy's All Metrodome team, and they're available right now at twinsbaseball.com. And while you're there, you can get tickets for the final weekend of indoor baseball. Final game here is sold out. The Friday and Saturday games with Kansas City, tickets still available at twinsbaseball.com.
Good job right there by Rayburn, and the scouting report on Morales. Rayburn really guarding that line and doing the same right here for Tolbert. Why is he guarding the line so much? Because of Porcello on the mound, they can get that fastball up in the upper 90s. So they feel that, you know, the left-handed hitters, if they pitch them hard away, will take that ball the other way more down the line than they will to left center.
1 strike to Tolbert, and a pitch up and away, a ball.
Just like that. If that ball's a strike, Tolbert would probably shoot it the other way. Plus you have a guy like Granderson out in center field that can cover a lot of ground.
That's chopped toward third. Inge gets the first hop, fires on the run. Nice play. Cabrera with a stretch at the end, and the Twins are done in the second. Killebrew hit his 14th and final home run of the 1975 season. Turns out to be the final home run in the Hall of Famer's wonderful career. Granderson leading off, and a soft liner, and it bounced under the glove of Punto, and Granderson has a leadoff hit on the first pitch of the fourth.
Well, Granderson will take hits like that because he has really been struggling against left-handers.
Back to Harmon's home run. He was a designated hitter for the Royals at Met Stadium. There were 3,201 fans off at Metropolitan Stadium. Eddie Bain and the Royals beat the Twins 4-3. Eddie Bain gave up the home run, and the Royals beat the Twins. Here's Gerald Laird with the speedy Granderson aboard, and we'll have a test of Dunsing's ability to hold runners here. And Granderson with kind of a delayed start towards second base.
Yeah, I put a little hit and run on right there. Laird has been struggling at the plate. Sometimes managers say, let's get the guys moving, get them moving early. You see the numbers low for Gerald Laird. Laird in his first season with the Tigers came into the year hitting a .255 over his career. 6 years with the Rangers, first year here with the Tigers.
And Dunsing with a throw over.
Granderson with 20 stolen bases in 26 attempts. Tigers don't run much. They've actually had 2 less stolen bases than the Twins. 70 stolen bases for the Tigers. Twins have 72.
Pitch is up high, 1-1.
Dunsing's done a good job of holding on runners. Attempted steals 4 against Dunsing. Only 1 has been successful. There's the numbers on Granderson.
1-1 to the Tiger catcher. And Laird has only bounced into 7 double plays.
Since the All-Star break, hitting just 198.
And Laird across the plate fouls it back. Laird always, in most years, seemed to be a very good offensive player. That, of course, with the Texas Rangers. His first year with the Tigers has seen his playing time cut into a little bit by Al Avila. Foul back again.
Well, he has that uppercut swing. That's one reason he doesn't hit into a lot of double plays. More of a fly ball type hitter.
Dunsing trying to pitch around the leadoff single by Granderson. Granderson with a little bit bigger lead at first. Chopper foul. Trying to put together a threat here with the bottom third of their order. results, of course, since Dunsing moved into the rotation have been very good. Twins hope that there are 3 or 4 more good starts left in Dunsing's left arm.
Dunsing giving Granderson some different looks, the way he throws over toward first base.
Another 2-2 to Laird. Check swing, and it's a full count.
A pretty good pitch right there. Just missing the inner half of the plate, maybe. Wow. See, even though Joe Mauer caught that ball inside, it's where it crosses the plate. Very lane behind the plate, the crew chief for this umpire crew.
Granderson goes. A pitch lifted down the left field line, chased by Tolbert and Cabrera, and it's back into the seats. Dunsing, as he's gotten a little more comfortable and has pitched a little deeper into ball games, has started to pick up some strikeouts. Career high of 8 against the Rangers here at the end of August. In his last start against Oakland, 6 strikeouts in 7 innings. Love to get one here. Anderson, a tough guy to throw out, but if he gives Mauer a chance, could have a strike him out, throw him out. Bouncer to short. And Cabrera has one play to first. With Granderson taking off, he advances into scoring position. 1 away. You can ask a question of us or send up a comment online at carsoup.com/baseball. Pete Lynch from Edina wondering how long we think Jim Leyland will continue to manage.
Well, he just signed an extension with the Tigers. As long as he still loves the ball game. I got a chance to say hello to him before the game, and he's still very an intense manager. He still enjoys it.
And there are some who follow the Tigers regularly who will tell you he's done even a better job of managing this year's team, even though they're like the Twins, just a little bit over 500. He's done a better job of managing this Tiger team than he did when the Tigers went to the World Series 3 years ago. Here's Adam Everett. And Dunsing starts him with a strike. Everett, of course, last year had an injury-riddled season with the Twins. He's given the Tigers what the Twins were hoping to get from him a year ago.
Yeah, you're not going to get much offense from Adam Everett. You're going to get outstanding defensive play. Last year for the Twins, hit only .213 in 48 ball games. And Dunsing getting ahead with a couple fastballs.
Some big hits for the Tigers, as he did late in the season with the Twins last year. 2 strikes. Everett last year hit just .213 and 127 at bats for the Twins. Up high 1-2. Goes after a high fastball, and Dunsing gets that all-important strikeout.
See, that's that little add and subtract that we were talking about earlier. He just kind of added a little bit on his fastball and blew that ball right past Adam Everett for his first strikeout.
2 down, Polanco to the plate. The Twins, of course, have, counting tonight, the 7 games with Detroit. They have some games, 3 of them with the White Sox, 6 against the Royals. The Tigers have just about as many games with Chicago as they do with the Twins. So the division title will be decided within the division, which is as it should be. Kind of hard sometimes for that to happen with a 5-team division. Somebody's going to be playing outside the division, but the top 2 teams right now will be playing each other a lot, along with the 3rd place team, the White Sox. 1-0. To Rayburn. Fouled back. Interesting, out of Chicago, the White Sox have drifted farther back out of the race. Gavin Floyd has been scratched from his start Monday against the Twins, and the White Sox say unless they make a run here this weekend, they may terminate his season, and they may do the same for Mark Burley.
Burley pitching tonight against the Kansas City Royals in Chicago.
1-1 to Rayburn. Two and one. Dunsing missed, but missed low with a fastball. High fly to short right. Kubel coming in. Punto out. Kubel calls for it. Granderson left in scoring position. We're still scoreless. Think about what it'll be like next year. They're cutting the grass at Target Field.
Look at that, a lawnmower.
Punto slashing one foul. One strike. Now, it's just not the same. I'm sorry. To have a vacuum go around and pick up the sunflower seeds here in the Metrodome. Something about prepping a field by sending a lawnmower out to cut the grass. Two strikes. And Porcello gets ahead of Punto.
It's been that way here for 28 years. It will not be next year.
Up around the hands, 1 and 2. You mentioned that the Tigers have been pretty protective of Porcello in the middle of the season. They skipped him a start or two in and around the All-Star break to give him a little mid-season break. Ooh, check swing rocket that just barely was caught by the screen behind home plate.
Yeah, Porcello in his last 9 starts, 4 wins, only 1 loss, an ERA of 3.4. So he's trying to finish the season strong, somewhere around 160, 170 innings in his rookie year.
Years ago, when the Tigers were handling Jeremy Bonderman with care, with caution, and limited him to around 160 innings. The difference was the Tigers weren't in contention that year. And now here Porcello has emerged with Edwin Jackson struggling for the Tigers. Jared Washburn hurt. just foul with Punto just literally sticking the bat out to try to make contact.
Yeah, the high changeup right there. Nick Punto just missing that bag at third base. Pitch right about shoulder width, and Punto slapping that ball the other way. Mike Winters, the third base umpire, right on top of that third base line.
Punto's done a lot of that in recent weeks, getting opposite field doubles over the opposite field bag. Another 1-2. Another foul. Porcello has emerged as probably Detroit's #2 starter. Edwin Jackson struggled, and we've talked about the injuries. Nate Robertson's going to make the start here on Sunday in Washburn's spot. There's a roller to third. Inge scoops it up. Perfect throw across, one away. And that'll bring up Bernard Span. Series wraps up on Sunday at 1 p.m. and you can take part in Bazaar Fest, featuring our good friend Andrew Zimmern, who was up in the booth with us last year. He gave you some grasshoppers and crickets to eat.
Oh boy.
For $21, you get a ticket in the home run porch and an invitation to a pregame party featuring the chef. And you'll also get a free Andrew Zimmern bobblehead. You can order the special tickets by calling 800-33-TWINS. Here's Bernard Span showing bunt and taking ball one. Span chopped one to Inge, his first time up. Popped straight up in the air. And Inge calls for it. 2 down. So far, so good for Porcello, who's been very good for the Tigers at a time when they need him to be very good.
Yeah, both rookies here so far. 3 shutout innings for Dunsink, 2 2/3 innings of shutout ball for Porcello.
And as you said, it's important for the Twins to pitch to Miguel Cabrera with the bases empty. So too, I would think in a situation like this, it's important for Porcello to get Orlando Cabrera with Mauer on deck, as hot as he's been. Down low, 2-0.
Oh, I thought Cabrera got that high fastball. He jumped on that first pitch in his first at bat and took Rayburn all the way against the wall on the warning track for that deep fly ball out in the first.
3-0. And a strike. Porcello gave up a 2-out walk to Mauer in the first. Swing and a miss. Is that sinker?
It's that good sinking fastball there. Again, Porcello only 20 years old. He will not be 21 until the 27th of December. Good movement right there. You see the sink on that ball, even the way that Gerald Laird caught it, his catcher.
Porcello fell behind Cabrera 3-0. Came back to get him on a ground ball. We'll head to the fourth with no score. hit.
That's like a boxing match right now. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out.
Placido Polanco, Maglio Ordonez, and Miguel Cabrera to face Brian Dunsing here in the fourth. Slow breaking ball off the plate. Despite their warts, the Tigers have been the class of the American League Central. They've had a share of first place, at least a share of first place, since early May. Bouncer to short, Cabrera over to Kadire. And every time a team takes a run at them, they push them back. The Twins climbed into a tie with the Tigers in May. And then a week later, they were 6 games behind the Tigers. The White Sox, a few weeks ago, climbed into a first-place tie with the Tigers and had a 4-game series with Detroit. And the Tigers promptly won the next 3 games, and the White Sox haven't been real close to first place ever since. Here's Ordonez. Ordonez this week had a significant at bat. In essence, a $15 million at bat. Tigers have been watching his plate appearances, and once it got to a certain level, his contract was carried over for another year at $18 million. If not, they had to buy him out for $3. Lifted foul, 2-1. And the Tigers have continued to play Ordonez despite his lack of production in terms of run production. And so his contract has been vested for another year, and he's got another similar option on that contract next year. Chopper to short. They're keeping Orlando Cabrera busy. 2 down. 5 assists already for Orlando Cabrera. Aflac trivia question. Here we are in the middle of September, and our record is perfect. Twins have been around 500, but we remain perfect in our trivia questions this year. Aflac Duck is slowing down toward the end of the season. Which 4 Tigers share the club record with 9 career home runs hit in the Metrodome? Swing and a miss by Cabrera. He might be one of them, even though he's only played a couple of seasons for Detroit. On a called strike, 0-2. You'd think Kirk Gibson would be on that list, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would think he would be. 2 good fastballs right there to Cabrera.
Called. So far, Dunsing has allowed just a scratch hit off the bat of Curtis Granderson. Curve lifted down the right field line, chased by Punto, and he can't quite get there.
So good effort right there by Punto. Kubo playing a deep right field, shading him a little bit toward right center. Both these guys had a long way to go. As a pitcher, you want to kind of take your time a little bit right here. Let these guys kind of catch their breath, as Dunsing is, walking slowly up the back of the mound.
Two strikes to Miguel Cabrera. All back.
Cabrera just 26 years old, already in his 2nd season at the major league level. 5 years with the Marlins, in his 2nd season with the Tigers. A 7-year contract last March in 2008.
1-2. Tigers. They signed him as a third baseman, shifted him over to first last year.
Mauer sitting down and away.
A double hit, or the ball hit Cabrera in the batter's box. Still 1-2. Matchup of rookie pitchers. Purcello, the younger of the two, but he has more major league experience than the 26-year-old Brian Dunsing. Another 1-2 to Cabrera. Another foul. It's 54 pitches for Dunsing so far. He hopes that his 55th will complete his fourth shutout inning. Roller to first, scooped up by Kadir. A 1-2-3 top of the fourth, and Joe Mauer will lead off the bottom of the fourth. Grand Casino Mille Lacs and Grand Casino Hinckley. Expect grand. Joe Mauer to lead off the bottom of the fourth. He walked his first time up, and he takes strike one from Rick Purcello. In the first inning, when Mauer came up with the bases empty and 2 outs, they threw him 1 strike and 5 pitches. And we might see that a lot here over the balance of the next 2.5 weeks. Unless teams need to pitch to Joe Mauer, they may simply choose not to.
Well, fastball for strike one, change up right there, just missing down and away. They're going to mix it up pretty good to Joe.
Fouled back 1-2. He had a pretty good rip at that 91-mile-per-hour fastball.
Yeah, I like watching the catchers move. Gerald Laird was sitting inside, and that ball left out over the plate. Look at Laird where he wants it, inner half in that ball. Joe just getting underneath it.
Bouncer to short. And Adam Everett has it. High throw, and Mauer is out. A call made by Tony Randazzo at first. Such an awkward play. You worry about either the first baseman or the runner getting hurt. As it is, it's just the first out of the fourth inning.
Oh, Everett just fielding the ball right here and then throwing the ball high. Cabrera going straight up. and then tagging Joe Mauer. Very close play. Did Joe get his foot on the bag before the tag was applied? Randazzo saying that Joe Mauer's out.
And now strike one to Jason Kubel with a line drive to center his first time up. Down low, 1-1.
Have not seen a lot of breaking balls from Porcello. Mainly fastballs and then the changeup. Good fastball up and in.
1-2. Time it looked like Porcello hit the target set up by Laird. He's challenging him with fastballs, and it's still 1-2.
Well, he's got a good fastball. He can get that fastball between 93 and 98 at times.
And Kubel lines it into right field. He's now 6 for 7 against Porcello, and the only time Porcello retired him, Kubel hit a rocket to center field.
Well, that was a changeup right there. Ron Coomer, good at bat for Kubel.
Very good at bat, and watching him in a pregame in his routine, he could not get his breaking ball down and couldn't get it away or where he wanted it located. To me, fastball change, he got the ball up to Mauer, and Joe was putting some good swings on the ball. If he keeps the ball up, the Twins hitters are going to start elevating balls and probably get a few home runs. If he keeps his fastball down, they're going to have trouble. But right now, it looks like he's rushing out there and he's leaving some pitches up, Bert.
There's Kadire, who popped up to Cabrera his first time up.
There's the first curveball. I've seen him get over right there, and that was a curveball right there to Kadire.
Coincidental or not, since Kadire's been moved in to play first base, it's perked his offense up. Down and away, 1-1. Twins getting their second hit against Porcello. Deep drive to left, and Kadire continues to hit the ball with authority.
A big two-run home run for Michael Kadire. Looked like a changeup that he left up. That's what Ron Coomer was talking about. He's leaving some pitches up here. Kadire did not miss it. Home run number 27 on the year. Take a look at the pitch. Good solid swing by Kadire, and he knew it. As soon as it made contact, the Twins take a 2-0 lead.
Now Delmon Young drives it into the right field corner, but it's turning right. And bangs off the sidewall, strike one. Dunsing gets a couple of runs to work with now. Kadire cranks out big home run to put the Twins up. They measured at 413.
You know, guys, when a sinker ball pitcher elevates his pitch, it flattens out sinker and the changeup. And when he does that, we know that guys are going to elevate the baseball. If he keeps doing this, same thing with Delmon Young, guys are going to hit the ball in the air and it go a long way.
2 strikes now to Young. Kadire's 27th home run of the season. He has a chance, obviously, to hit the 30 home run mark. Breaking ball away.
Bert, we did that demo last week about rushing out there. Right now, it looks like his windup is so fast, he's really rushing forward.
That foul.
Yeah, he's that type of pitcher, though, Ron. I've been watching him really from the first inning on, and you know, he gets to that balance point, but it's a very quick get to that balance point. And then sometimes when you are just a little too quick, your arm has a tendency to drag and you leave that ball up in the strike zone.
Young gets jammed and a little dribbler to Adam Everett. He stretch again by Cabrera, 2 down. Back to our Aflac trivia question. Tiger hitters who've hit 9 home runs here. And Ordonez, of course, had a lot of years with the White Sox. I don't know whether those home runs would count or not. Do they count if you're with a different team?
The Ducks moving quicker. That's a good thing.
Ordonez on the list.
I was going to say Lou Whitaker. I probably gave up about 8 of those 9.
And I'm surprised Kirk Gibson isn't on the list. In the dirt to Jose Morales. Ball 1. Got home plate umpire Jerry Lane, it looks like. Well, Cuddyer, who certainly is enjoying the end of this season more than he did last year. Remember last year the Twins were in a similar spot trying to catch the White Sox, and Cuddyer suffered through one injury after another. Now, by all appearances, he's trying to lead the Twins into the postseason. He's having a very productive September. And he got the first big hit of this ball game. One and 0 to Morales, and he lines one to right field. Third hit of the inning. And Morales, who hit a fly to left his first time, drops a single into right with 2 outs here in the 4th.
Yeah, looked like another changeup right there by Porcello. He just left up a little bit. Almost like Jason Kubel when he got the hit. Well, the Twins get their 4th hit of the ball game, 3rd this inning.
Here's Tolbert. Hit a bouncer to 3rd his first time up. Off the glove of Inge and into left field. Morales will round 2nd and hold up there. So the 4th hit of the inning. And a couple of 2-out hits will get Punto to the plate with 2 out.
Tolbert, since his recall, just been swinging a hot bat. Just jumped on that first fastball. Inge diving to his left, right off the tip of his glove. And Tolbert now 7 hits in his last 14 at bats.
And now Punto with a bouncer to 3rd his first time up. Ball clips the inside corner. See the fastball down and in. And now 1-1. Pitch count starting to mount a little bit for Porcello. This will be his 69th pitch, only twice in his rookie season, as the Tigers allowed him to exceed the 100 pitch limit. Two and 1. Until the 7th batter Porcello's had to face here in the 4th inning. Punto rifles one with a glove of Everett. And a well-hit ball ends the 4th. A very well-hit ball by Michael Cuddyer put the Twins up 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th.
I'm Robbie and Smikowski. It's 2-0 Twins into the 5th inning, and I'm here with Evelyn Skurch in the Minnesota State Lottery Winner's Circle with $100. And these Minnesota State Lottery tickets for Evelyn, who tonight, Bert Blyleven, you'll appreciate this, celebrates birthday number 75. And Evelyn, you have just been circled by Bert. What does it mean to have this happen on your 75th birthday?
It's the best day of my life.
Bert Blyleven, can you believe that? Some lady said it's the best day of her life just because you circled her.
No, she got the tickets. Evelyn, happy birthday to you.
Well, happy birthday. And Marcus Thames leads off the 5th. And Dunsing, pitching with a lead for the first time tonight, gets ahead of him 0-2. Thames takes. It's 1-2.
Well, I've said it before, when a club puts some runs on the board for you, very important to go out and put a 0 up as quick as possible. Tim's a very good fastball hitter, a lot of power in his 6th season with the Tigers.
Two and two.
Speaking of birthdays, Sister Jenna Rose, happy 90th birthday. For many years, she was the administrator at St. Mary's Hospital. So happy 90th birthday, sister.
Whack to left and a base hit. Young stumbles as he tries to cut the ball off, and Thames will go to second base. Now Dunsing gives up a hit leading off the 5th, and there's some in the Twins dugout who are wondering where that 1-2 breaking ball was. It wasn't called a strike, and Thames whacks the next pitch into the left field corner. Double.
Oh, Dunsing just left the ball up right here. Gelman going after it to his right, tries to slide and stop it before it could get by him. And the ball ended up ricocheting off his wrist area. So a double for Thames, his 11th double of the year.
Here's Brandon Inge, who hit a fly ball to center his first time up. Second Tiger hit, second leadoff hit for Detroit. And Inge takes ball 1. Inge playing with a partially torn tendon in a knee. Gotten so many clutch hits for the Tigers this year, they can ill afford to put him on the shelf for any length of time. Every once in a while, Jim Leland will give him a game off, and then more often than not finds himself calling Inge off the bench to try to deliver a big hit late in the game.
And all he's trying to do right here by that swing of that high fastball is just hit the ball the other way. Instead of hitting it the other way, he tried to bunt it the other way.
Two and one. Tied with Cabrera for the team lead in home run, or with the Granderson, I should say. No, Cabrera has 30. Granderson and Inge each with 27. It's down the right field line, and a foul ball and a very long run for Jason Kubel makes the catch. And Thames advances to third on the foul fly, 1 away. Get an all-access pass inside the Gopher football program, including game previews and reviews, film analysis, and highlights from the brand-new TCF Bank Stadium, all from head coach Brewster himself. Catch Gopher football with Tim Brewster Wednesday at 6, only on Fox Sports North. Jim Leland, of all people, wondering about the Gopher football stadium before the game today, and was wondering why he was so curious, and then it occurred to me, if the Gophers were not in their new stadium for tomorrow's game, we'd be playing at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Corner infielders up for Granderson, a runner at third with 1 away. Granderson over the last couple of years greatly improved against left-handed pitching. And this year it's all come apart at the seams for him.
Well, last year hit .254 against lefties, came into his first at-bat here today, hitting just .177.
And Dunsing falls behind 2-0.
No walks in a ball game for Bryan with 1 strikeout.
Hold foul. Middle infielders back. They'll concede a run here, but beyond the batting average, here's Granderson with 27 home runs and only 2 of them against left-handed pitching. 39 strikeouts and 159 at bats. So a strikeout once every 4 times. And Dunsing, of course, would love to get him here in the 5th. Curve and a called strike. 1 and 2. Or 2 and 2.
Good breaking ball right there. Started right at Granderson. He kind of flinched a little bit. So Dunsing has put himself into that situation where he could maybe get a strikeout here.
2 and 2 to Granderson. Little pop up and Cabrera gets turned around, makes a great catch, backpedaling into the outfield. An awkward yet sensational catch by the Twins shortstop.
A lot of fans here appreciating that great catch by Cabrera. Boy, this looked like a base hit for sure into short left center. But Cabrera backpedaling and then leaping at the last second, and the ball falling in his glove. And on the play, Thames at third. He didn't know whether to tag up or what. And so the runner Thames stays at third base now with 2 outs.
And Dunsing, who pitched around a leadoff single in the 3rd, now 1 at bat away from pitching around the leadoff double by Thames. He needs to get Laird. He got him in the 3rd on a ground ball to short. Fastball and strike 1. A little bit low, 1-1. "71 pitches for Dunsing. He's trying to complete 5 shutout innings. Popped up behind second base.
Good pitch. Lou took a little off the fastball.
5 shutout innings for Brian Dunsing.
On the boxes.
And Robbie Ince-Mikowski, Ron Coomer, Burt Blatov, and Dick Bramer here with the Twins in front, 2-0. Nice gesture by the Twins to some of the wives of the front office people and broadcasters to enjoy a Sweet out there in the outfield.
Yeah, we thank Dave St. Peter and the Twins for that.
Denard Span 0 for 2. He's taken ball 1 and now strike 1. Porcello had a rough 4th inning, giving up the first 2 runs. The Twins got him for 4 hits, left 2 men aboard. It'll be Span, Cabrera, and Mauer facing him here in the 5th. Span loops one to left, just out of the reach of Everett, and Span's aboard with a leadoff hit. Visit the official online shop at twinsbaseball.com. You can browse the largest online selection of authentic Twins gear, caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your Twins gear straight from the source. twinsbaseball.com.
Boy, you can see how the game of baseball is sometimes by inches right there. I mean, Cabrera made that great catch off of Granderson, and right there, Span almost caught by Everett.
Here's Orlando Cabrera to hit now for the Twins, and he takes down and away ball 1.
Take a look at Adam Everett going back, and the ball just kind of sliced away from him. Good effort right there by Everett. Just out of his reach.
Span a threat to steal, but again Laird, the best catcher in the American League at throwing out runners. Now, you can credit the pitching staff and the new pitching coach for the Tigers, Rick Knapp, for that. They've been much more diligent in holding runners on.
Well, Laird has thrown out 41%.
Span goes, and a drive to center. Granderson has to retreat and make the catch. And the Twins tried to do a little hit and run there, it looked like. And Cabrera is retired for the first out.
That's one thing we have seen over the last couple of weeks, is that when Orlando Cabrera is up and Span at first, they're doing a lot of hit and running. They're trying to move the middle infielders, try to get them out of their position.
Mauer walked in the first, hit a 2-hopper to Everett, leading off the 4th. Inside with a fastball, and Mauer again with a vicious swing and a miss.
Last 3 at-bats. Now, the first at-bat he fell behind and he ended up walking Joe. Last at-bat he just stayed hard in. Now it's up to Joe to make the adjustment, because Porcello right now, everything's hard in, hard in. Watch Laird move behind the plate. He'll tell you where that pitch is going to go. Quick throw, and Span gets back to first.
He just...
Ron Coomer, you send Denard Span here with Mauer at the plate?
Well, you can't send him if he balks every time like he just did there, but nobody saw that one. To me, that's the big question. Do you send him, because that's a balk too? He didn't step over it all. You have to make a move towards first base, and all he's doing is just turning on his front foot. But anyway, with that question being asked, what you have to figure out, Porcello is slow to home, even though Laird is great throwing guys out. That ends up walking Mauer, and now you got 2 men on for Kubel and Kadire. So those are the questions the manager's going to ask. Got to ask himself.
And instead, Mauer hits into a double play. So the Twins get a leadoff single, but Porcello faces just 3 men in the inning. It's 2-0 going to the 6th. Jack Morris, 3 of the major cogs in the 1991 World Series championship.
Number 5 very special to me because that was Danny Thompson's number when he first came up at the old Met.
Sure. Here's Adam Everett leading off the 6th against Brian Dunsing. How about Brian Dunsing? My goodness, 5 shutout innings, 2 hits allowed. They've both been leadoff hits. In each case, he stranded the runner. He's pitched to contact. He has just 1 strikeout, and it was Everett with 1 out in the 3rd. 1-1.
Again, changing speeds. That's what Brian Dunsing's all about. That's what we've seen so far here, just his 7th major league start. Working both sides of the plate.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Good sink on that fastball, down and away.
Fouled to the screen. Tigers made some headlines, of course, prior to the trading deadline, acquiring left-hander Jared Washburn. They've gotten 1 win from him. The Twins opting instead to go with one of their drafted players, Brian Dunsing. There's a drive to right field. Kubel over a few steps makes the catch. And Dunsing has picked up 3 wins so far heading into tonight's ball game. Now for a look at tonight's Guess the Stance feature. Who is this major league player? He's a right-handed batter, I'm told. You can text who you think the batting stance guy is imitating to short code 234-234. We'll have the answer for you in tonight's Quest Twins Live postgame show. Washburn was supposed to start here on Sunday, but he's had a knee injury, had a short start, pitched just an inning in his last start. And the Tigers are unsure whether he's ever going to pitch for them again this year. Ryan Rayburn with a pop-up in foul ground to Punto and a fly ball to right. Squirted off the end of the bat. 1-1. The White Sox obviously were the most visible prior to the trading deadline, acquiring Jake Peavy, who still is yet to start for them. I think he's supposed to start tomorrow for them. And then Alex Rios, who's really struggled since his trade from the Blue Jays. High fly to left center field. Delman Young drifting back, has room. Out number 2. This week, Fox NFL Sunday returns. Brett Favre and the Vikings take on Matt Stafford and the Lions. Another Minnesota-Detroit showdown. This time in the NFC North. Coverage begins Sunday with America's #1 pregame show at 11 a.m.
Go Vikings.
2 down. Here's Placido Polanco. Down and away, ball 1. Kansas City leading the White Sox 3-0 as they continue to do their part to have an impact in the American League Central race. They took 3 out of 4 from Detroit. That was of great help to the Twins after sweeping them in Kansas City the week before. 2-0 to Polanco. And a strike.
Yeah, Twins have these 3 games against the Tigers, then they go to Chicago, then they go to Kansas City, and then that 4-game series against the Tigers, and then they finish here against KC. So the Twins have seen what Kansas City has done to the Tigers.
3-1. Dunsing hasn't walked anybody. Just his second 3-ball count of the night. And this will be his 85th pitch of the night. And now 3-2. Twins starting rotation in this pennant race, nothing like they thought it would be at the start of the year. Twins, of course, thought it would be Liriano, Baker, Blackburn, Perkins, and Slowey. Perkins and Slowey still off the disabled list. Liriano just off of it. Swarzak got a shot. Three and two to Polanco. And he missed. First walk of the ball game. And Ordonez will come up with a man aboard.
Just tried to go with a fastball down, just missed down in the strike zone.
Ordonez has bounced to short twice. Driven to right and deep. Kubel back. Leaps and makes a catch right on the warning track. The 2-out walk does no damage. It's still 2-0. Cam, a great catch by Orlando Cabrera on a bloop, and a near catch by Adam Everett.
Boy, great concentration right there, and Everett just off his glove. If it tipped it a little bit, that's the baseball game, the game of inches.
Frostbrewed Coors Light Freeze Can. It's 2-0 Twins going to the bottom of the sixth. Jason Kubel, Michael Kadire, and Delman Young will hit against Rick Porcello. Mentioned that Porcello last year pitched in A-ball for the Tigers. They took him north out of spring training from A-ball. Last year in Lakeland, he pitched 125 innings. And whether it's 160 to 170, something like that, they'd like to limit his innings. I know you're not a big believer in that, but it seems to be pretty commonplace for an organization not to expand the workload by more than 25-30%.
That's the way the game is played now.
2-2. I don't know that when Porcello made the team out of spring training, they imagined he'd figure so prominently into their postseason hopes. Kubel skies it, a foul ball, and back into the seats.
Well, Porcello, again, just 20 years old. He was drafted by the Texas Rangers, their #1 pick in 2007, out of Seton Hall Prep High School out of West Orange, New Jersey. They gave him a lot of money, over $7 million to sign. So they have a lot of money invested in this young man. He's got a great arm.
Now, you were about his age when you were brought to the major leagues.
I was 19.
Back then, in a 4-man rotation, they didn't have those limits. Kubel with a fly ball down the right field line, and there's nobody home. It appeared another changeup, and Kubel hooked it into the corner, and Ordonez couldn't get there.
Well, it looked like it's right off the end of the bat. Again, the pitch up a little bit, and Kubel continues to have great success against Porcello. Now 7 for 8. Ordonez going a long way for this ball, and the ball lands to his left. And then hitting the turf and bouncing up high. So Kubel, his second hit, his 31st double of the year.
5 singles, 2 doubles, and 8 at-bats for Kubel against Porcello. And now Cuddyer takes a fastball down the middle of strike. Cuddyer driving one into the seats and left to put the Twins up 2-0 in the 4th. And we'll see what his approach is here with Kubel at second with a leadoff double. Dug out nicely by Laird. It's 1-1. Two and 1. Twins couldn't do anything with Span's leadoff single in the 5th. Now a leadoff extra base hit. Checked his swing, or did he? He did not. And it's 2-2. So instead of a 3-1 count, the count's even.
Yeah, that was that tight breaking ball right there.
And then a fastball. Cuddyer strikes out, 1 away.
A big strikeout right there for Porcello. He picks up his first strikeout of the ball game. Went to that sinker that creates some good downward plane. Great arm angle right there. And threw that ball right past Cuddyer. Looked like Cuddyer was still trying to hit the ball the other way. Trying to get Kubel from second to third.
Young cracks it down the line, a base hit. Kubel around third, he'll score. Young to second with an RBI double, and it's 3-0.
That's what you need, guys picking up each other, and that's what we've seen as of late. Everybody contributing. Michael Cuddyer, a strikeout victim, so Delman jumping on that first pitch, a breaking ball left over the plate. Delman lining it right down that third baseline. He gets his second hit of the ball game. Now with 44 RBI on the year. And Jim Leyland coming out to the mound to talk to his pitcher.
No activity in the Tiger bullpen. Leyland makes more trips to the mound than the Detroit pitching coach, Rick Knapp.
And they're usually short trips, too. He doesn't hang around there much. He pretty much says what's on his mind and turns around and heads back to the dugout.
They tend not to be two-way conversation.
No.
Well, here's Morales, who has a hit again tonight, dropping a single into right center field. Uncoils and fouls it straight back. A high fastball, and he trying to pull it over the baggie and right.
He's trying to hit his first major league home run.
One strike to the Twins' designated hitter. Bouncer to the right side. Polanco to Cabrera, and on the play, Young moves to third, 2 down. Time for the Quest high-speed pitch, brought to you by Quest High-Speed Internet.
Well, we've seen Porcello. He's getting up as high as 96, and Brian Dunsing at 93.
There's Matt Tolbert. With Dunsing seeing another run added to his lead here in the 6th. Tolbert singled his last time up. Twins looking for a big 2-out hit. Ball 1.
Yeah, Tolbert jumped on that first pitch, hit the ball right off the glove of Inge that rolled into left field. That time Porcello started fastball inside. There it again, sitting inside.
What we've seen from the Twins is more of the piranha approach we saw a few years ago, where guys in the bottom of the order are moving runners along, having productive at bats. Tolbert takes strike 2. The Twins have seen better play from Matt Tolbert. They've seen much better play from Nick Punto, hitting 9th. That means Casilla is sitting a lot. Tolbert lifts it foul and out of play. It means, for that matter, Gomez in the outfield is sitting much more. Ron Gardenhire likes the way that Tolbert is moving around third base. And that means Brendan Harris is sitting a lot. Tolbert checks his swing, and it's 2-2.
Well, again, Gardy's staying with a hot hand, and that's exactly why Tolbert's in there. He's been swinging a good bat, as Punto has.
And he's trying to match their season-high win streak of 5. Tolbert pulls it foul. Still 2-2. And now a full count with Punto on deck. Porcello has walked just one man. That was Mauer way back in the first.
One thing Gardy likes about Tolbert too is his enthusiasm and his hummingbird type of attitude. He's all over the place.
The bouncer to the right side. Cabrera has it. And on target to Porcello this time. The Twins get a pair of doubles. And another run at the bottom of the 6th. And it's a DQ sensational Saturday when you buy a ticket on the Home Run Porch. You get a buy one, get one free coupon for a DQ Blizzard flavored treat. Twins and Tigers, game 2 tomorrow at 3:10. Tickets available at twinsbaseball.com or call 800-33-TWINS. Second time tonight, the Cabreras come up leading off an inning. 1-0 from Dunsing. And now 1-1. Twins not taking any chances, even though Dunsing seems to be sailing along here. As he starts the 7th inning, the bullpen starting to warm up. This will be his 90th pitch of the night.
I think what they'd like to do is get him through this inning right here.
And now 1-2. There have been just 2 Tiger hits. Granderson with a little looping one hopper, if that makes any sense, under the glove of Punto and into right field, leading off the 3rd. And then Thames hooked the ball into the left field corner for a leadoff double in the 5th.
Well, again, Dunsing has been fantastic as a starter. 3-0, 2 ERA coming into this outing.
Great stop by Tolbert. Low throw, dug out by Cuddyer. That's the lateral range that Tolbert has that has kept him in the lineup.
Wow, breaking ball right there. Tolbert diving to his right. And then the short hop right there. Nice pick by Cuddyer at the other end. So all around great play by Tolbert and by Cuddyer.
1 down in the 7th. Here's Marcus Thames.
I saw Brian Dunsing say thank you very much.
He's played very steadily over there and at times spectacularly. 1-1. Thames got as far as 3rd base. Tigers couldn't get him in. He got there with 1 out. Granderson was retired on the nice play by Cabrera. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Nice pitch right there by Dunsing, kind of turning that ball over. Yeah, Thames a leadoff double in the 5th inning. Just one of the 2 hits off of Brian Dunsing.
Two and 2. Dunsing in his last start pitched through 109 pitches. 2-2 to Thames. That's like the Williams wall down there. Nothing's going to get through those guys. Two and 2. Bouncer to 3rd. Tolbert again. High throw, and it's a hit for Thames, his 2nd of the ball game. And Tolbert came up with 1 throw a little short and 1 a little long. Here's the game summary.
Well, Michael Cuddyer giving the Twins a 2-0 lead with his 27th home run. That coming in the 4th inning, and then with 1 out, Delman Young an RBI double. That scored Jason Kubel. Brian Dunsing has been outstanding. Only 3 hits allowed in the ballgame. 1 walk, 1 strikeout.
And now Inge, who's hit a couple of outfield flies, 1 in foul territory. Up and away, ball 1. This will be his 100th pitch. And it's 2-0, and Mauer's going to go to the mound. There have been precious few 2-0 counts and just a couple of 3-ball counts from Dunsing tonight.
Well, good strike to ball ratio for Dunsing. Mauer probably noticing that he kind of flew open a little bit right there. Don't want to leave a pitch up to Inge. 27 home runs on the year.
Two and 0. Down the middle of strike. And now 3 and 1. So walk brings the tying run to the plate. Granderson is the on-deck hitter. That's why the Twins have both the right-hander and the left-hander warming up. If Dunsing has to leave, you can bet the Twins will bring Maharis in to face Granderson. Off the end of the bat. And everybody's going to be safe. Dunsing tried to make the play himself. It came out of his glove. And now the Tigers have the tying run coming to the plate in Curtis Granderson.
Boy, tough play right there because it was right off the end of the bat. Ron Gardenhire is going to bring in Maharis, but almost like a cue ball. Dunsing diving for it, hit the heel, and then Kadire. There's sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Brian Dunsing is going to get one wail of an ovation from the fans here at the Metrodome.
Pitch great ball game right here. Let's see if Jose Maharis can get him out of this situation. Look, Anderson right there. 103 pitches for Dunsing. Maharis making his 62nd relief appearance. He worked last on Wednesday. Yesterday an off day for the Twins.
Granderson with runners at first and second, one away. And the pitch down and away, ball one. 4 hits allowed, 3 of them could be categorized as scratch hits, including the 2 infield hits here in the 7th. Two and 0. Maharis again struggles with the first couple of pitches to his first batter. Time the Tigers have had more than one batter on in an inning. 2 and 1.
A good pitch right there, outer half of the plate. Maharis has worked 57 1/3 innings. He has 22 walks, 1 intentional with 54 strikeouts. Three and 1. With Gerald Laird on deck.
Granderson virtually impossible to double up. He's hit into one ground ball double play in 558 at bats. Ron Mayhew and John Roush warming up. Busted bat, the fly to center. Span is there, out number 2. The bat splintered into at least 3 pieces, and that's out number 2.
A good pitch right there by Maharis. You don't want to walk Granderson. He challenged him, and he won the battle. Right off the end of the bat, gets that fly ball to Span for the second out.
Pretty good number for Maharis. He's been overwhelmingly successful against lefties, and he got Granderson here.
Well, you always want to go back to that pitch down and away, and that's what he did right there to get the out. You don't like doing that on 3-1 counts all the time. You'd like to do that on a 1-2 count.
Here's Laird, and he too, of course, represents the tying run. He's hit a bouncer to short and a pop up to second. Down and in, ball 1. Boy, it's almost like Granderson was a leadoff hitter there in keeping him off the base. One of the fastest guys in the league. Had he reached first base through a walk, through any means, and his speed could very easily have allowed him to come around and score the tying run. He pitched a marvelous game here tonight, and the bullpen now will try to save it for him. High fastball, swing and a miss.
It's only the second time in 7 starts that Dunsing has come out after or during an inning. Usually he finishes an inning. So he hasn't asked the bullpen for a lot of help, and we'll see if Maharis can help him here.
Kadire in foul ground. Maharis does the job after Dunsing gave the Twins a tremendous start in the opening game of this series.
And Rex Fox, happy 100th birthday from St. Paul. Hope he's still up watching the Twins hopefully win this ball game.
Not Red Fox, but Rex Fox.
Rex Fox, yep.
Well, the leadoff man here in the 7th inning against a new Detroit pitcher is Nick Punto, who will face Futeni.
We see the numbers on Meade, just making his 30th relief appearance. He from Taiwan in his first season in the United States and with the Tigers. Signed by the Tigers in January of this year.
Done a nice job. He hasn't been asked to pitch much. He's been with them for 29 games, 27 2/3 innings. Kept the ball in the ballpark. Thrown strikes.
Yeah, he'll give you different arm angles. Kind of a slinger on that one.
You know, the Tigers a few years ago had a veteran left-hander, Jamie Walker. And Walker was used similarly as a foot-knee. Down the middle, a strike, 3-1. Tigers have two left-handed relievers, Nee and Bobby C. He also had a pretty good year for the Tigers. Foul back, and it's 3-2. Right now the Tigers list 8 right-handed relief pitchers. Full count to Punto, leading off the 7th. And fouled back. Punto got a single in his only prior at bat against Nee. And Perry, hard throwing right-hander. In the bullpen. And Punto draws a leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Span.
Oh, that's the little things too we've seen Nick Punto improve on too. It's just these little things. Taking a walk right here, lead off the bottom of the 7th.
That'll bring up Span, who earlier we talked about Granderson, how he's really struggled against lefties. Span's actually hitting left-handers better than right-handers this year. Tigers leave Nee in there to face him. And Span thinks about bunting and watches one dip low. And Span has a single in his only at bat against Nee.
Well, you see Scotty Alger right there going through some signs. Twins would like to add another run right here. Span with 9 sacrifices on the year. Brandon Edge is going to be charging in from third. You want to bunt the ball right like that.
Nee double pumps, and he's lucky he got the out at first, and Cabrera's lucky he flattened himself on the ground. Nee nearly submarined him.
I told you he gives you different arm angles. But a good bunt right here by Span. Nee looking at second first, and then Polanco having to go into the foul territory to get that ball. So a great sacrifice bunt right there by Span, advancing Punto to second.
Here's Cabrera. A couple of well-hit flies to the outfield and the bouncer to short. Cabrera takes a low, ball 1.
Well, you saw Perry warming up right there, and Nee's still out there, mainly because on who's on deck and who's to follow. Joe Mauer and then Jason Kubel.
Outside 2-0. I'm guessing they had a pretty good walk-up here tonight. School football night, some other things going on, but $32,693 to pay. Comes Rick Knapp to the mound. Could bring the family out on Sunday for Kids Appreciation Day. The Twins wrapping up the series in the homestand. All kids will get the Twins team poster, courtesy of Cub Foods, General Mills, Land O'Lakes, Prize drawings for kids during the game, and they can run the bases afterwards. Kids appreciation tickets are available by calling 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com. Nee, who walked Punto eventually, now falls behind Cabrera 2-0. Challenge for Cabrera, getting Punto in from second base.
They threw him a couple screwballs to fall behind. The screwball just tails away to right-handers.
3-0. First base open and Mauer on deck. He's thrown 12 pitches, just 4 for strikes. Cabrera takes a strike. Strike 2. So he fell behind Punto. Filled the count. Punto fouled off a pitch or two and then ended up drawing a walk. The same pattern here during the Cabrera at bat. Fly ball center field, playable for Granderson. It's out number 2, and we'll see what the Tigers do with Joe Mauer at the plate and first base open. Let's update you on the batting race in the American League. A 20-point lead for Mauer, having gone 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, Ichiro at 253, Joe 0 for 2, hitting at 373.
And Mauer might be walked here with Kubel on deck. This will be an intentional walk, the first inning walk, all but intentional. They never really went after Joe at all. With 2 outs and the bases empty. So a pair of walks will put 2 men aboard for Kubel.
9th time on the season that Joe has been walked intentionally. Of course, Justin Morneau no longer able to play. He leads the club with 12 intentional walks.
So Kubel will take his swings here against Nee with 2 men aboard. They've both reached on walks. And Kubel again tonight. A line out to center and a pair of hits, a pair of runs scored. And one of the underlying reasons this Twins team has reemerged as a contender is the improvement Kubel has shown in the second half against lefties. And a big at bat here with 2 on and 2 out in the 7th. And a sidearm breaking pitch and this big swing and a miss. The corner. Kubel doesn't agree.
Yeah, Kubel just questioning a home plate umpire, Jerry Lane. Thought that ball was outside. Two straight sweepers for Jason Kubel.
Nearly to the backstop, 1 and 2. Kansas City's busted it open even further. It's 10-0 the opener at U.S. Cellular Field. Burley chased out of that game in the middle innings. And call the ball coming out of the Twins bullpen. John Roush is down there. 2 in the 4th for the Twins on a Kadire home run. Another run in the 6th on a Delman Young double. Kubel up there trying to drive in an insurance run or 2.
Well, you think another sweeping breaking ball's coming here. That's a fastball away.
Kubel strikes out, stranding 2 men aboard. On to the 8th. It's still 3-0. With Joe as part of a Kemp's Milk sweepstakes and invited his teammates to join him. And there's a Matthew Dillner.
There you go, young man. You were here by circle.
John Roush in the game for the Twins in a 3-0 Twins lead. It might be that Nathan will get a chance to pitch. Right now the 8th inning belongs to John Roush and he's pitching to Ramon Santiago.
Roush making his 9th appearance in a Twins uniform. 3-1 so far out of the bullpen.
Popped up short left. Young coming in. A little stop and go pattern. Made the catch. 1 away. One down and Rayburn will hit here in the 8th inning. Roush into the ball game to pitch the 8th.
Yeah, Roush last worked on Tuesday, an inning and a third, ended up picking up the win in the 5-4 win over the Indians. And Carlos Gomez taking over in center field as Kubel comes out of the ball game. Span moving from center to right. There's Gomez.
1-0 to Ryan Rayburn. Now 1-1. Rayburn's hit the ball in the air 3 times, but it's been caught 3 times. Once by Punto in foul territory, once by Kubel, and once by Delman Young. Yeah, swing and a strike, 1-2. Rayburn getting the start in tonight's ball game. Carlos Guillen is just now starting to hit right-handed. Bounce to the right side. Punto waits for it. 2 down, and with the left-hander going, Ryan Rayburn got him to start instead of the veteran Carlos Guillen. 2 down, and here's Polanco. Polanco drew a walk. It was the only walk issued by Brian Dunsing in 6 1/3 innings pitched tonight. And Roush misses ball 1. There's a strike.
Roush will get that fastball in the low 90s. Then he'll mix in the slider, the curveball. That was able to get Rayburn out on a high curveball, the ground ball to Punto.
And now 1-2.
Fastball right there at 92.
Polanco is hit by a pitch, and then I think the deflection got Joe Mauer. So Polanco stung by the pitch, and then it deflected and got Mauer someplace.
Well, Polanco stands right on top of home plate. He's looking on that right forearm. Polanco right on top of the plate, hits him in that back arm, and then getting Joe in the thigh area. Right off that right elbow.
Polanco at first with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Ordonez.
It's the 9th time that Polanco has been hit. That's the most of any Tiger. And you can see why. He's right on top of that plate.
Ordonez with a couple of ground balls to short and a warning track fly ball to right in the 6th. And Roush misses up high. Such a key guy with the 30 home run hitter Cabrera on deck. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Ordonez almost getting Joe Mauer with that backswing. After he swung, he kind of looked back at Joe. Has a tendency to have that big follow through.
Slower breaking ball, a check swing. And it's 2-1. Strike 2. They finally appealed to Tony Randazzo, who called strike 2.
He's got that tight rotation on this curveball right here.
One and 2 to Ordonez. Pitches him high and tight.
When you have a curveball, you have to pitch inside.
Mauer to the mound. I don't know whether Polanco said anything to Roush after being hit by a pitch. He was looking at him. And now Ordonez glares out after taking one high and tight on the 1-2 pitch.
Well, I mean, that's just a fastball inside. And Polanco right on top of the plate. Polanco at 5'10", Roush at 6'11". Go after him.
2-2.
That's why you pitch hard in.
The topics they will discuss: Brian Dunsing and his performance. He delivered 6 1/3 innings tonight, 4-hit baseball, outstanding performance. Plus the betting race, Joe Mauer currently 20 points ahead of Ichiro Suzuki up in Seattle. And playing the pop-ups is tonight's instructional. All Twins Quest post-game live tonight. Dick and Bert.
Thank you, Robbie. Down and away to Michael Kadire. First pitch from Ryan Perry.
Yeah, Ryan Perry making his 48th relief appearance, 54 innings, 51 strikeouts with 32 walks. Hard-throwing right-hander with a hard slider. That's a hard slider right there, evening the count at 1-1.
One and one to Kadire. And a fastball, and like so many Detroit pitchers, it's a mid-90s or better fastball.
Well, we saw Porcello, the starter, at only 20. Ryan at only 22 in his first season with the Tigers.
Skied behind the plate. Laird back for a look, and it hits something. It's a dead ball.
Let's go back to when John Roush faced. You see Ordonez right there, that fastball inside. That sets up the curveball because it almost started at the same plane and then breaking over the plate. Ordonez did not have a good swing at that because of that prior pitch, the fastball up and in.
Oh, and Kadire on a foul tip. Kadire's out. I heard the tick. I was concerned it might hit him. It hit the bat and went right into Laird's glove.
That was more of a defensive swing right there by Kadire because of that fastball up and in. Kadire just trying to hold up, but the barrel of the bat did go across the plate. Watch this right here. Kadire just trying to hold up.
Lucky that pitch didn't hit him.
And Perry picks up a strikeout.
Here's Young. And a strike. Young a single in the second. And he hooked a double down the left field line to drive in Kubel in the sixth. This guy can bring it. Two quick strikes to Delman Young.
Again, we saw Porcello, the #1 pick by the Tigers in 2007. Perry, the #1 pick by the Tigers just last year out of the University of Arizona.
On the outside corner. Great pitch for the second out of the inning. Game 2 of the series, and it'll be the ace of the Tiger staff, Justin Verlander, going against the guy who has emerged as the Twins ace this year.
Yeah, you can see Pavano against the Tigers in 4 starts. Very good ERA. In his first debut as a Twin back on August 8th, he shut out the Tigers in 7 innings. And they're facing Justin Verlander, who's only 1-4 lifetime against the Twins in 8 career starts.
Morales, the hitter, 1 strike. Swing and a foul, 2 strikes. A 3-run lead. And if it stays that way going to the 9th inning, looks like Nathan's going to get a shot for his 42nd save. So, he's amazing. 2 hits again tonight. You talk about having a good 2-strike approach. They just wanted to make contact and dumped it into left field.
Oh, take a look at this swing right here. I mean, it's got another fastball and a good sink on that fastball, but that shades of Rod Carew right there. My goodness.
Matt Tolbert.
Lexi Casilla running for Morales at first base.
And Tolbert takes a ball. Even though Laird has been so good at throwing out runners, and Perry gets the ball to the plate so quickly. Let's see if the Twins insert Casilla here to try to steal second base.
Casilla 10 for 10 in stolen base attempts.
Tolbert with 30 hits, but just 5 extra base hits. And again, a look over. Casilla goes. Laird's throw on a hop hits Casilla. And Casilla is safe. No one's hurt on the play. And Casilla is now 11 for 11.
Yeah, Santiago, the shortstop, covering second base, and Laird throwing that ball into the turf. Tries to hang in there as long as he can. Casilla getting a very good jump. The ball runs right into the sliding Casilla. And hitting actually Casilla in the back.
Well, Laird hasn't thrown out 41% of the runners with throws like that. The ball barely seemed to clear the mound on the fly. And here's Tolbert now with an important runner in scoring position. Three and 0 with first base now open and Punto on deck. To Matt Tolbert. Now 3-2. Good catch.
Very nicely done.
Another 3-2 coming to the Twins' third baseman. Foul to the screen. The Tiger bullpen with Perry, who can throw hard. Fernando Rodney in the mid-90s. Joel Zamaya on the disabled list. Still throws hard, not as hard as he did a couple of years ago. Not throwing at all right now, of course. 3-2 again. And a little week one hopper to Cabrera, and the inning ends. It'll be a 3-run lead for the Twins as we go to the ninth. Joe Nathan coming into the ball game with great success against the Tigers in general and these three hitters in particular. speed with the AT&T Rapid Rewind. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Joe Nathan to face Miguel Cabrera, and the first pitch covers the inside corner. Cabrera's fourth plate appearance, his third at bat leading off an inning.
And the numbers on Joe Nathan. He picked up 3 saves in that sweep over the Cleveland Indians on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, looking for his 42nd save.
High 2, Hopper to second, Punto to Cuddyer.
And Nathan looking for his 29th consecutive save. He has never had a blown save opportunity against the Detroit Tigers. 28 for 28.
In his first season as a closer with the Twins, he saved 44 games. It was then and still is now a career high. He's trying to get number 42 tonight. Thames with 2 of the 4 Tiger hits. And the Twins bullpen has yet to give up a hit. But the story of the night, Brian Dunsing, who gave up 4 hits, 3 of them scratch hits, in 6 1/3 innings of shutout ball. And a breaking ball missing the outside corner, 1-1. Breaking pitch and another strike.
Well, Brian Fuentes of the Angels leading the American League with 42 saves. There goes Joe trying to tie him here.
Two down on 6 pitches.
Ron Gardenhire here on Wednesday against the Indians. He didn't want to use Joe Nathan. He ended up bringing him in, and Joe struck out the final 2 batters in the 7-3 win here on Wednesday.
The batter for the Tigers, Alex Avila. 1-0. A productive rookie season for the Tigers. Awfully big hits for the catcher of the future for the Tigers. 1-1.
Avila just 22 years old. 2 for 4 as a pinch hitter.
And 3-1. Granderson would hit next if given the chance. And the fans have been standing throughout this 9th inning. All they can do now is cheer louder.
I think we've seen the fight in the Twins over the last week. They wanted this matchup between them and the Tigers to mean something.
Avila draws a 2-out walk. Nathan not close with that pitch. And that will bring up Granderson. Granderson 1 for 3 tonight, all 3 prior at bats against a left-handed pitcher. Granderson's actually hit Nathan pretty well, 5 for 14. Nobody holding on Avila. And Granderson cracks it to the corner. That's down for a hit. The Tigers will get the tying run to the plate. Span's throw to second, not in time. So now second and third, 2 away. And Aubrey Huff is going to come off the Tiger bench.
Well, Granderson just jumped on that first fastball and just tommyhawked it down that right field line. He gets his second hit of the ball game on his 21st double. Nathan trying to get ahead in the count, but Granderson just opening up quickly. And one hopping to Baggy. Span getting it back in. The runners at second and third, 2 outs for Aubrey Huff.
Since
came over from the Baltimore Oriole organization.
Since the Twins took a 3-0 lead, this is their 3rd plate appearance, the Tigers' 3rd plate appearance, where the batters represented the tying run. A big pinch hit home run for the Tigers in the rain about a week ago. They won a ball game.
Good sinking fastball right there. Not the same fastball they tried to get ahead in the count on Granderson. That was the 2-seamer down and away. Off 3 for 8 off the bench as a Tiger with that home run you're talking about.
1 strike to Huff. Half swing. Strike 2.
Good sinker down and away. That slider down and in.
And the fans roar again. One and two on the pitch in the dirt.
Huff traded over from the Orioles on August 10th.
One and two to Aubrey Huff. Two and two.
Nathan going with a fastball away right there. You could try to go with that slider down and in. Joe Nathan's been picking up some strikeouts on that pitch. But if you're going to throw a fastball, you want to stay outer half of the plate. Let's see what they decide to do right here.
3 and 2. With first base open to Carlos Guillen is on deck. So Nathan, who walked Avila with 2 outs to start this rally, then gave up the double, now in danger of walking Aubrey Huff.
I'll take a look at his pitch right here. Looked like a breaking ball going up the arm of Joe.
Avila holding at third. His run means nothing. Full count to Huff. Back to Nathan, and the tightest race in baseball just got a little tighter.